Send in the red shirts.
Hey everyone, hopefully you checked out my last video, my review of this last week's Star Trek Discovery episode, Perpetual Infinity. I'm happy to say that my jaw is back in working order. All the Novocaine is gone and I'm full fighting strength. Now having said that, this past Sunday, I appeared on a very popular Blogtalk Radio show, the Afronerd Radio show, featuring DBurt, a.k.a. the Afronerd, Captain Kirk, and the uncanny Daryl B. Now, Daryl B was not available for the episode, but I'm a frequent calling guest to that show. I really like the show. I highly recommend it. And we got off on the topic of Star Trek Discovery, where we really let loose. Check it out.
I got a question for Q.
Yes, sir.
Q, are you ready?
Yes.
Hello? What is your problem with this Star Trek, man? You
want to get off onto that?
Listening.
I'm DBurt.
Dad, just go ahead and give me a couple of minutes, man.
What is my problem with Star Trek, the new Star Trek?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's being run by a guy who admittedly doesn't know that much about Star Trek. He said at one point he wanted to make it more Star Wars-like. The writing is horrible on the show. The first season was decent. The writing this season is horrible. Michael Burnham has become an unlikable, entitled character. I can't stand her. They don't even, from show to show, they don't maintain continuity. And all of the previous Trek series, when I watched, I was like, man, it would be cool to be on that ship. I would love to be on that starship with those people. Nobody on the starship. I would never want to be on Discovery. I would want to be
with that.
I would want to be flushed out of the airlock like Aragon was, who we didn't know as a character, but we're supposed to. All these scenes that they write where people are crying and all this bull crap, and we don't know these characters, so why are you trying to make me feel something for them? Because you didn't develop. None of the characters are developed on this show. None of them.
Let me interject something. Let me interject something.
Go ahead.
Let me interject something. I said originally when they were doing this for CBS All Access, I said be careful because this is a legacy show. It's not going to be good enough just that it looks brilliant. Something that I said because the lineage that it comes from. Now you're starting to go there, Q-Storm. That's really what you're doing.
No. But remember, I said season 1 I enjoyed.
I'm not knocking you. I'm just adding on to what you're saying. I'm adding what you, because that's something I paid attention to right from the beginning. I said, be careful, Star Trek. This is a legacy show. Because if you don't have any of those other Star Treks, the ones that we love, and you're watching this, you're totally enthralled. You're totally caught up. It's the best thing ever. But we have all that other stuff in our head. So you just have to be careful. Now, back to Afronerd. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Let me say this quickly. I will admit, look, I'm a Star Trek fan. And whatever iteration, I mean, the only one I haven't really gotten into, and I think admittedly even Q-Storm recently got into it, was what you call it?
Enterprise.
The one with, not Enterprise. No. The one with
Deep Space Nine. No.
Yeah, DS9. Yeah, Deep Space Nine. I don't know. I saw it here and there when it was on. It just never got into it. Every other iteration,
I've turned the corner on that. I've turned the corner on that. That's a great show. I've turned the corner on that.
I'm gonna have to do what you did. Okay, so but I will admit what's frustrating about season 2 is Burnham is supposed to be an enculturated Vulcan, and I saw more of that season 1. Now she's like, where's all this emotion coming from? Like, I understand she's human. And says she was adopted, but you were still adopted as a child into a Vulcan family, being taught Vulcan culture. Your surrogate father or your adopted father is Sarek. Your adopted brother is Spock. Like that setup was apparent in season 1 and less apparent now. Now she's just not like acting regular. You know, like season 1, you could claim they were calling it. You remember? They would mistook her for being Vulcan a couple of times. They heard,
right.
we heard you got a Vulcan. We heard you got a Vulcan on your ship. I like that. I like that confusion. You know me. I like black cogitation. And now season 2, that's all missing now. All that's gone.
And even beyond that, she's a Starfleet officer. We've been watching Star Trek I've been watching it since the 80s. Even when your parents were killed, it was the mission first. With this ship, I got to get in my feelings, and it might jeopardize the mission. Oh, well.
Feelings that Vulcan culture eschews. Like you saw her being more like Vulcan-like, which made sense. Now we on something else. Now she letting it all hang out. Come on, man. Whatever. Let's move forward. I'm sticking with it. But I honestly, I'm looking more at the Orville than I am at the Orville has the beats of the second series.
TNG.
Of the next generation.
Right.
I mean,
I'm still not a huge fan of it, but I understand why people are. I'm not a huge fan yet.
Yeah, and it's intentional. And it is intentional as far as having that next generation. I mean, isn't Jonathan Frakes, Frakes, is that his pronunciation?
Frakes.
Isn't he?
He's directed a few episodes, yes.
Yeah.
Brandon Braga has written a couple episodes.
Yeah, he sprinkled Star Trek people with this thing. Hell,
Tuvok was on the last episode.
Yeah, but I say we saw Tuvok. We saw Tuvok there. Anyway, I'm getting mad. Now I'm getting my Q storm on. Now I'm angry.
This is a spoiler. If you watched this last episode from last Thursday,
I saw it already.
They're doing the Borg, and I want to rip Kurtzman's throat out.
All right, we'll see what happens. I'm dealing with it, you know. But it's something. I will say that what's her face? Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh is a badass. I actually like her character better with this kind of doppelganger. Talking about us. Her own version of us. I like. She's kicking ass. She's duplicitous. She is the show. Everybody else sucks. If they maintain the essence of first season black cogitation with Asian woman kicking ass, I would have been on board with this. I was those two as a team. What was put out there as like those two kind of running things for season 1 is not the same as season 2. Nope. Season two is that default positioning that Jordan Peele is talking about. That's what it morphed into. Shocker.
Can I say just 10 seconds? Let me just say this. This sums up the writing on the show. Do you remember when they made a big thing about Tig Notaro coming on the show, playing the character of Jet Reno? They introduced her. She was on for 2 episodes. The writers were like, we don't need her for this. We never heard from her. Now they're going to bring her back in the next episode, I think. That's how these writers work. If they don't need anything, we'll jettison that for now. We won't develop that. That's how they write as they need.
Wait,
they don't see the, you know.
Wait. What character? I mean, that's not the robotic character that was just killed off, right?
No, Tig Notaro, the lesbian comedian who they had a whole marketing full press thing that she was joining the show. We've seen her for 2 episodes, and she was pointless.
All right. I didn't like the fact that they got rid of the cyborg.
Oh, nobody did. Well, the new Trekkers, the new Trekkers are equal to these newcomers to Black Panther. That's what that is.
Yeah, okay.
They didn't have a problem with it.
Like, first of all, we kept on seeing her in the background, right?
Exactly.
Because the way she looked was like, well, who is that?
You want to know more about her, right? You want to learn more about her.
And when we learned more about her, she had a full plate. She had a full plate, and they got rid of her in like no time flat. How do you get rid of someone with that kind of cannon? They set up the cannon, They set up her humanity. She's kind of like the makeup, the way she looked was badass, and then you get rid of her like by the two episodes of her interacting, maybe 3 out of 2 seasons, and then she's gone.
I call it the Darth Maul effect.
That's ridiculous.
This guy here, boy. All right, you see, we spoke about Star Trek, Q. We spoke about it. You see? See? Gotcha.
I see you, Cap. I see you.
And there you have it, folks. No holds barred. We let you know how we felt about Star Trek Discovery. Not to offend anyone. If you like the show, continue to like it, continue to watch it. But it'd be nice if some of you Star Trek Discovery fans would at least acknowledge what some of us older fans, diehard fans of Star Trek dating back to 1966, the original series, what we have to say as well, and how we think Star Trek Discovery could vastly be improved. All right, so I'll be back next week for another episode review. I was going to say looking forward to it, but I can't really guarantee that, but I will be here nonetheless. All right, take care.